you doing? Welcome back. You haven't seen me for a while, or should I say you haven't heard me for a while. You make these goals, and I've talked about goals so many times. You make goals and you set out to accomplish them, but life has a way of throwing all these little bitty, what's the word I want to use? Burrs. You ever been walking across your yard and something just sticks you right in the heel, and it's painful for a minute. It's really more of an annoyance that you can't enjoy your yard, walking across your yard, because these little freaking birds keep getting up under your feet. Or if you're walking your dog, they get in your dog's fur, and you gotta sit in the house and you gotta pick them out one by one by one by one. Anyway, I'm off on a little tangent here. It's me, Tracy Ace Brinkman, right back at you here with another episode of Your Success DNA. I've been gone for a while because I've been trying to kick things off here with a whole new set of programs that I want to bring to you. And I finally got it dialed in, I do believe, and we're going to find out probably tomorrow. Actually, not probably. We're going to find out tomorrow. So hence I want to make sure I got a show to you and get you guys looking out there. Today I want to chat with you a bit about the valuable skill of developing positive and impactful habits that can trump and can even replace those bad ones that could be you could be tackling. But before we go there, let me chat with you a bit about where I've been and what I've been up to. I've been trying to come up with a couple of programs for you that you guys can use. For those of you that like to listen to the stuff that I spew here for you. A little goal setting action. I've got 2 different goals programs out there. I got a little freebie I want to give to you. It's called the 7 Steps of Success. The 7 Steps of Success is going to take you through, things like, self-esteem and responsibility and adaptability and perseverance, integrity. So many times people forget about this one very, very important factor in faith and optimism. We're going to wrap all that up. But in this 7 steps, critical steps of success, I'm going to take you through this series of clearly 7 steps that really I think are pivotal. That's good speaking, isn't it? Pivotal to your success. So if you go out to the website yoursuccessatlast.com, you'll see it right there underneath the menu bar. You'll see, hey, do you know the 7 steps of success? Click here to watch the video. You can watch the little video if you like. You don't have to watch the whole video. Drop your name and email address in there, and I'll shoot that right out to you right away. And what it's going to do then is going to drop you off at the 7-day free trial of the new Your Success at Last programs. This is going to give you the Write Your Success Story program that I've been selling for a couple of years now. And then it's going to give you the goal-setting forms I designed some time back and the ebook that's going to go with it, along with the audio. And then we're going to follow that up with some other ebooks and some other great surprises that come along with that. And then you'll get this program here that you're listening to now. You've probably been listening to for a while. I'm going to move it to where just Mondays are going to be free, and then the rest of the week is only going to come to the premium members. And then I'm going to add into that what I'm calling the Your Success Last 360, which is going to be a tip about a specific area of your life every single day. These are going to be quick little 1 or 2 minute bullets just to kind of help remind you of those little things you probably already know but you've forgotten. I'm going to hit you with one of those every day for 365 tips. I know I said 360, but I like to over deliver. And then you'll get this program 5 days of the week, Monday through Friday, and then we're going to throw in some extras in there. So when you sign up for the 7 steps to success, when you shoot your email over there, it will drop you off. You can read about that. Try it. Hey, there's no skin off my nose. If you don't like it after the 7 days, I'll give you your money back. Oh wait, it's free. Anyway, so let's get on to the question of the day. The question we ask you every Monday is, how do you feel? How do you feel? And you know what? As I'm thinking about it, right now it's actually Tuesday. I had sat down and wanted to write this yesterday as I was getting ready to turn things on to kick off the new programs. I encountered a foobar, one of those burrs I was mentioning earlier. I got stuck in my heel at about 10 o'clock last night, and I was flubbing around trying to get that fixed and didn't get to record this program. So it's actually, I'm giving you the money program on Tuesday. So I'm going to be going probably Tuesday through Saturday on this. I may throw in an extra program. And I may even go ahead and do a special Sunday program for all those folks to show the extra value that I want to give. But that brings it back to, how do you want to feel? How do you feel? And how do you want to feel? So as you start up your weeks, I want to give you this question to make you think about it. How do I feel? You're coming out of the weekend. Right now, this week, you're coming off of a Monday. Now you're coming off a Tuesday. How do you feel? And then how do you want to feel? And if you're not thinking about how you want to feel, you're just going to continue feeling the way you feel. So if you're coming off of a bad Monday, you're blah, 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 blah. But you're not thinking about how you want to feel, you're not going to create a path to change it. So how do you want to feel? Start going there. All right. So let's talk about those habits. I guess the title for today's show is really habits can be powerful allies or they could be powerful foes. I mean, habits are those little simple acts that over time, in their totality, really have an enormous impact on our lives. I can think about having to go repaint the window frames in my mom and dad's house back in Southern California. And my mom and dad bought the house. I was probably 14, 15 years old. I know I celebrated my 16th birthday there. And when we went to paint those window frames, they had been painted so many times that really the paint was so thick you couldn't sand it off. Literally had to take one of those heat blowers and make that paint bubble up and kind of scrape it off. And there were some areas where the paint was so thick that it was literally protecting some rotted wood. So I think habits are kind of like that same thing. You just kind of form them one on top of another, and they begin to have this protection over you. They begin to coat your lives, and they could be coating it and protecting you from the bad things that are out there, if they're really good habits, or they could be coating and hiding something that's rotting away on the inside. So I want you to be very conscious of that. I mean, they're the result of doing something over and over and over again to the point where you do it without any conscious thought. I mean, it really becomes a part of who you are, part of your routine. And like I said, it can be positive, can be negative, depending on the habit you're talking about. They can push you away, or they can pull you towards your goals, your dreams, and your desires that we talk about all the time. But let's talk about a couple of ways you can kind of cruise through these, mold them more into allies than foes, right? I'm going to talk about that, developing that valuable life skill of positive, impactful habits that can trump and even replace those bad ones. First thing I want to say is you need to have a schedule. You have a schedule and build a routine. Make habits your friends. If you can use schedules and habits, then habits can be changed. And that's the first thing you gotta know. First thing to know is habits can be changed. If you can take some time, you can turn them into tools for your success. Looking for positive ways, looking for positive things, saving money, creating a plan, focusing on what's important. These are all positive habits that you can develop. If it comes to saving money, maybe as you're walking in the house every day, you say, I'm going to start saving money. You drop a quarter in a jar. Drop a quarter in a jar. Drop a quarter in the jar every single day. Eventually, you'll take a vacation. It may take 5 years, but you'll take a vacation. That's a habit. Next time you'll walk by and say, I'm going to throw $1 in there. A little while later, say, I'm going to throw $5 in there. It's a habit. It begins to build up, right? It's like that coated paint. Step one, in my opinion, is to develop a schedule and build your routine. And then next one is a story. See, when I was a production director for a marketing company, we used to build a routine. I built a routine about we had multiple projects going on at any time, and we did marketing programs and marketing events across the United States for folks like Red Bull and Xbox for Microsoft, and we did one of the launches for the Star Wars movies. Lots of programs for T-Mobile and Singular when they were around. So there was always these huge projects going on, and I had to coordinate all these things. So I built this routine of getting input every Monday morning from all the departments about where their schedules are at, their plans, and what we needed to do to keep things moving forward or to solve problems. See, creating and keeping to a schedule tells your mind that it's important to you, and to show you that how important it is. And by keeping it in line, it begins to build for you that habit, and even to alert you to things that you might not have previously noticed or been focused on, right? Now, another thing you can do is you can play what I call beat the clock. Okay? If you try to focus on getting things done ahead of time. See, when you tell yourself that you have a week to get it done, then you're kind of giving yourself permission to put it off for 6 whole days. Because if you're anything like me, All right, you can say, oh, I've got 7 days to get this done. It's probably going to take me 3 hours to do it. Guess what? I'm probably going to wait 6 days and 22 hours to get it done. So what I try to do is I try to play beat the clock. You can do it a couple of different ways. One, set yourself an earlier deadline. If you have 2 days, make it 3. If you have 4 days, make it 2. All right. The other way to do it is to set sub-deadlines. So you break down the project into tasks, or the task into steps, all right? And then create ETAs for each one of these. I like them both for different size projects, for different kind of things. I mean, if something's like, oh, I need to go to grocery shopping, not a whole lot you can do about that. Well, I need to go grocery shopping in the next 3 days. You can tell yourself, I need to go grocery shopping tomorrow. All right? There are things that are going, but when it comes to other projects, there's things that really kind of go astray. And playing beat the clock is going to help you build the habit of playing to get things done earlier so that you can have time to react to those things. So, if you have a quick task, here's a great one, right? Here's something that's going to take you probably like less than 5 minutes to get done. Do it. Just do it. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've walked over, you know, you're in the kitchen, you just finished eating something, and you rinse the plate off and you set it in the sink. Really? The dishwasher is right there. Open the door, set it inside. Done. Right? You have to worry about it later on. Otherwise, what's going to happen, right? A few minutes later, you're going to do it again. Or someone else, they're going to do it too. Next thing you know, you're going to wake up the next morning and have a sink full of dishes. How's that going to feel? Frustrating. Okay. And the last one here, what's not really the last one, but I am running out of time. I want to keep these things around their 12-minute mark, but I gave you a little sales pitch and a little apologies for being gone for so long. I want you to stay positive. Here's the thing. Don't get down on yourself. You will encounter setbacks. Don't give up. Keep focusing on your new routine. Take your daily steps and your new choices in order to get your habits to stick, right? Keep trying them. Keep going forward. If you stumble, if you bumble, if you fall, get back up and go right back into it. Maybe evaluate why you lost focus, why you stumbled, you bumbled, you fell, and then refocus yourself on what it is you're trying to accomplish. Okay? So go there. Now, I took on this one too. This is a big one. I probably should have broke this into 2 days, but I'm going to start keeping within time limits. I'm going to stop running over. I'm already about a minute over here. But here's what I want to do before I take you away. I want to tell you about what's going on the rest of the week. So tomorrow we're going to talk about you have to get in order to give, all right? It's all about, everyone's going to tell you, you got to give, you got to give, you got to give. You know what? You got to get in order to give. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Wednesday, well, actually, it's Thursday, we're going to talk about the 7 tips of being a memorable speaker. And that could be anything from sitting down and having a heart-to-heart with your spouse, your child, or getting up in front of 5, 10, 15, or 1,000 people, right? Speaking in general. And then day after that, we're going to talk about turning your knowledge into power. Might not be exactly what you think it is. And then finally, Friday, or in this case Saturday, turning you around, getting yourself back on track. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go right now. If you're not already on my list, heck, even if you already are on my list because you don't have this yet, just came out, go out there, yoursuccessatlast.com, click on the banner across there, get your copy of the 7 Steps to Success. If you want to, go ahead and sign up for the free 7-day trial of the Your Success at Last programs. Those are going to be starting up at the end of this week, so you can wait till the end of this week. And I tell you what, here's what's going to happen. You're going to want to be on my list because everyone that's on my list is going to get a really, really special deal. All right? My birthday just happened. I'm going to be giving you the presents. All right? I just went skydiving for my birthday. I'm feeling pretty crazy right about now, so I'm going to give you an offer you will not believe. So anyway, go get that 7 Steps to Success, and I'll see you tomorrow. Think successfully.